Alright, here I am. Springtime, and I'm back. I finally remembered the digital camera, and I'm at the Riverside Park. You can see it here. The tree pruners are out today, getting rid of all the dead branches. But as you see, the paths are completely snow-free. Now remember, this is beginning of March. The Ottawa River is still iced over, but there's nothing but little snow piles left, as you can see. But this is nice. Using a digital camera, I can actually see the screen now. Now remember, I did walk this way once before, and I'm not sure exactly how much footage I'm going to get today. I'm saving the cell phone for Petawawa Terrace Park because it's about 11:30 and my appointment is not until 2 at TD Bank in Pembroke, so Petawawa Terrace Park is on the way. I'm going to see if I can actually put on my gloves here. So I'll be right back. Good news, I can still press the button on the record button on the digital camera with my gloves on, because unlike the cell phone when it's all just screen buttons, this is actually still physical buttons. After fixing the white balance on my digital camera, I've managed to make it work. I mean, what I see on the screen is only a little bluer than what I see in real life, but it doesn't have that yellowish orange cast anymore. Although you must remember that I've been using that. The light in the toy room is a yellowish orange cast anyway, and that could be why it turned out that way. So here we are on the trail going to the past Algonquin College, named after the Algonquin First Nations, no doubt. And I'm going to walk along the trail a bit until I get to the bridge, and I'll record some more. Bridge, we have the nice arching tree line. Now it's interesting to see it in winter. You can still see some of the leaves that clung to the trees. I'm not trying to zoom in on this because the digital camera's resolution isn't so great. I do love the blue that it has on the camera versus the dull gray it has in real life. It's really helping brighten up the video. But you see the arching trees, and there's even a tree on the central grass strip straight ahead of us. And I suppose I'd better flick it to getting a picture too. Gotta have a choice of thumbnails. Alright. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to pause, well, stop making the video and take a picture to get what I need. And don't forget, of course, that I can screen grab pictures when I put it in the movie editor to break it up. I hope. Keep saying, oh, there's not enough room on the computer, but I am going to have to splice together the digital camera footage, and I'm just going to hope that the lower megapixel count that footage is will allow it to be put together in the movie editor. But I'm going to pause again and get another picture here. Alright. Got more pictures. That's great. It's really working out well this time. Oh look, you see the central tree has a metal net thing around it. Huh. And now we're getting into the portion of the trail that has snow on it, see? So we're going to see just how far... look, over there. Let me see if I can... I don't know if I can zoom in. I guess I can't zoom in, but way over there, I can see part of the park around the point there. That's what we're aiming for. At least I think we are. Now, I know I'm walking the exact same way that I did that other day when I ran out of footage. That was the summer of 22, I think. You saw that recently on the travel video. Now, of course, while I'm filming this on Wednesday, March 6th, you wonder what video I'm going to put on Friday, March 8th. Well, that is going to be the Montreal Bridge video, bridge and tunnel video, that I got during the, last weekend in Montreal. Figure get some recent 2024 vlogs. So, pausing again and taking another picture of this area. There we go. So now we're getting somewhere. And having a cell phone with me, I will have a backup in case the digital camera runs out of room, so that I can take the pictures. But here we are at the bridge, so I will get video footage and a picture of the bridge as well, because that's a beautiful view. So here's the video footage. I'm just going to get closer so I can get the bridge in the foreground. Alright. There's a little trail through the woods over there. Here. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. Took the picture. Now we go across the bridge. And we should be getting closer to the actual park. But there's a nature section on the left. And if you look out over here, there you go. There is, without falling through. So, this is why I have the digital camera on my wrist strap attached to me, so nothing goes wrong. Now that's where we went in the summer of 22. We went on the field section. This time we're going over this way, which we rollerbladed on the last time. And I'm finding it very peaceful that nobody else is on the trail. And that's a retirement home over there. No one's here. That's very surprising, but a pleasant surprise, you know. I get to do all the vlogging without anyone in the way. No interruptions, everything. Now, unless I'm very much mistaken, and I don't believe I am, through the trees you can see the lighthouse with the green top that was in the prior video. So now you know where you are. And got to divert onto the grassy strip so I don't get all wet. As you see, the melting snow created the water. So I'm going to pause for now and come back when I have more. Just a little bit of video around the old dock pilings and everything, and looking out at the shore of the lake. And now you have a clear, unobstructed view of the lighthouse over there. And where we came from, of course. Well, also where we're going back to. And the big gazebo. Well, that's all for now. Back again. Here at the retirement home, and as you can see, they have their own gazebo habitat section. See? And a view of the river, the Ottawa River. In fact, I'll get a picture of that too. The interesting thing is, you figured out by accident, apparently in May of 11, that my digital camera had video recording abilities, but it never occurred to me a lot in the trips in the 2010s to use it, which is very strange. And now we're coming across another person on the trail, so I'll pause when I'm back at those trees again. Alright, so I reached the limit of the digital camera's battery life. Got almost all the way on the trail before it ran out of room. You can see the pine trees here with traces of snow, so you know it's still technically winter on the calendar. But unlike last time when I previewed the park and there was snow all the way along and you couldn't get anywhere, this time you can see the beautiful pine needles all along. Even though the trees are still fully formed, it doesn't appear there's any pine needle shortage, so to speak. And we're coming up to the hut from which you started. However, this hut, from where I started the rollerblading in the summer of 22, is not the end of the trail. It goes beyond the playground equipment, deeper into the park with all the sports fields and stuff. Not these sports fields, you already got them. I'm talking about the ones further on. That's what I'll have to get next, so see you when we get to that gazebo up there. Well, we're getting closer, and of course what I'm going to have to do, as long as I'm using the cell phone, is actually keep my gloves off, so my hands are going to get cold both on this and on the return journey. But you want to get the final bits of winter experience, and you can see the beach here, all the trees. It kind of reminds me of the Couchagene Beach Park. It's about the same length. Of course, just like this Riverside Park, the Couchagene Park itself also goes, well, it goes south all the way to Atherley Road and the Narrows, which is the narrow land bridge and the two four-lane road bridge that goes between Lakes Couchagene and Lake Simcoe. And you can see the tree nests, the bird nests in the trees. So it's getting quite cold on my hands, but I might as well get all of, we'll make the digital camera footage part 1, but since we're here, we'll film part 2 as well, and then you'll have it both at the end of winter, so March of 24. Okay, now here we are at all the playground equipment. Again, something that reminds me of Couchagene Beach Park, but then again, for all you know, all parks are similar. And as you see, the trail goes beyond there. Oh, well, you would see if my hand wasn't in the way, wouldn't you? It's a bit cool yet on the hands without the gloves in the way, but at least I was able to start with the digital camera first. And as you see, there's the splash pad. See that gate? But that gate is for cars, not for people walking. So I'll be able to walk that way and then come back. So I'll see you on the other side of that gate. Alright, we're getting close to the gate now. Again, the phone has a yellowish cast to everything. You see the other part of the park, which we'll soon see when we go the other way. So you cross over on the gate, and you get to the other part of the sports fields near the far end of the park. Now, in a weird way, this far end of the park, having a road that goes along that side, is a lot like Deep River's Hillside Park, which does the same thing, though it doesn't have all the sports equipment and fields and everything. That's something for Grouse Park itself. Oh, and speaking of Grouse Park, I suppose once the snow is off the ground, I will go out in the dark again with the 2 lightsabers, and once the ground is dry, of course, and do some jumps and flips and everything in the dark, and we'll see how that turns out. That's for Sean's toys and collectibles, the lightsaber videos. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the trail. I'm actually going to circle onto the grassy section here and get close to the river once again. And then we'll just reverse course and go back where we came from. And see how much footage we get before either the cell phone runs out of room, or, as happened once before, a couple weekends ago at the Petawawa Terrace Park, runs out of battery, whichever happens first. Don't worry, I brought my car charger. Now, I've changed my mind. It's too cold on my hands right now to have the cell phone out for the entire journey back. So I'm going to have to wait until a later time to get the footage on the way back with the cell phone. That will be the true part 2. So part 1 will be one direction only, just like in the summer of 22. part 2 will be going east, just like in the summer 22, except of course I'll be walking instead of rollerblading.